Up, he turned the box on. What is he doing?
He's going to record his first episode, man.
First episode of what? His goofy podcast?
Yeah, he's been getting some guests.
What guest? Who does he got?
Well, he's got his neighbors and his wife.
Oh, really? All expenses paid trip. Flying his guest in for his goofy podcast.
Look, man, give this guy a chance. I think he might turn out to be something.
Oh, yeah, he's going to turn out to be something. Oh, they're about to talk.
All right.
Wait a minute. Are you going to edit this?
No. I mean, this right here probably will not be on it, no.
Yeah, but I mean, are you actually, is this just a test for you, or are you going to put this out there?
Let's just see what happens.
Okay.
No pressure.
He's going to put it out there.
But before you put
If
it
it
out.
sucks donkey dick, it's not going anywhere.
Right, yeah. But I mean, but anyway, before you put it out there, you're still going to edit stuff anyway.
If it sounds bad, or if there's like somebody burps, or, well, that would actually be pretty funny.
I quit.
I feel like that'd be me before you. You'd stay for the drama. I'd run as soon as it happens.
Oops.
Okay.
Why didn't I not go back to the beginning?
Do we have to hear that?
Son of Beach.
Why do we have to hear that?
Just a minute.
Can't you edit that in?
No.
I do like all the colorful buttons, I must say.
Ready?
No. Do I have to listen to the opening?
Yes.
No.
Put you in the mood.
Bridgie,
Can
like
I
it.
talk over
Oh,
it?
does anybody have their phone on them and
Yes.
put their phone on?
We all have our phones on
We'll
us.
put them on quiet.
Wait, we have to listen to the whole entry and everything.
phone's
You're
on
not just
quiet
going to
anyway.
edit
You don't
that
need the
in?
one jackass's
Wait.
phone.
You're not just going to edit in the entry?
No, I want to play it because it puts you in the mood.
Oh, fuck.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood, a neighborly day for a beauty.
You're not
Would you
supposed to
be
laugh during the
mine?
beginning.
Could you be mine?
This is lovely.
I have always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in a neighborhood with you, so let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we might as well say, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you please? Won't you please? Please won't you be my neighbor?
Wasn't that lovely? Nope. What do you mean, nope? That was nice.
I loved it. I
See?
loved it.
It puts you in the mood. It's very calming. It's very relaxing. I mean, you could. We could have opened with what I want to open with next week.
Unnecessary time.
What is it?
That's for next week, you know. Next week is the Dude Show. This is the first show. So, welcome to and the dog is barking right on cue. Very nice. Welcome to McGuire's Neighborhood. I'm Sean McGuire, and this is the Won't You Meet My Neighbor show. I have with me today Carlos and Debbie Motez, and of course my lovely wife Bridget.
Woo.
Yeah, and we're trying to corral the dog. This is going to be great when people just click on this and it's like, what kind of homemade horse crap is this?
It's the dog.
It's the dog. It's the dog. Yes. I want to thank J.J. Wheeler Music by way of YouTube for that lovely rendition of Won't You Be My Neighbor. This is a podcast. Why in the world am I making a podcast? That's kind of what I wanted to get accomplished here in episode 1 and also have a bit of a chat about sort of what's going on. Those of you listening to the first few episodes, probably going to be in our like circle of network of friends that we've known for years. The whole theme was McGuire's Neighborhood, because I was kind of a fan of Mr. Rogers as a kid. So out of the four of us here, Carlos, did you watch Mr. Rogers as a kid?
Who's he?
Mr. Rogers, who's he?
And who's he?
That's pretty much the answer I was,
Yes, sir.
you know, that's one of many outcomes
I
I
heard
could have
about
got.
Mr. Roger. I never saw an episode.
What have
of
you
Mr.
heard
Roger.
about Mr. Rogers?
No, that lovely song that he sings every time when the show opens up. That's
But
about
the
it.
actual kid children's show, that was past you. You were already
I was already an adult.
an adult.
on an adult.
We're just going to leave your age out of the equation. Debbie, do you remember the Mr. Rogers show?
I loved Mr. Rogers.
Really?
Yes, I did.
So you just put it on and just like, what about it did you like? The creepy Lady Elaine part with the castle, the trolley that would just show up?
I mean, I love the trolley.
So I
liked him playing the piano, singing songs.
I loved. So when I was a little kid, I was obsessed with trains or anything anything transportation, and I would sit there and wait for the silly trolley to come out because in my world, it was my little tiny brain. It was a train. So anything a train got me excited. Miss Bridget,
I thought it was the most boring show I'd ever watched.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
No,
really.
no.
I never watched it. I would always change the channel as soon as it came on. It was so boring, and those puppets were fucking creepy as hell.
And we're off.
No, like legit. It was my
you know
least
why.
favorite show.
It was public television. They didn't have a lot of budgets there.
Creepy.
What was it? Timmy the Tiger?
Creepy.
Right.
Timmy the Tiger?
Lady Elaine, who looks like Rod Stewart.
Nope. Didn't like any of them.
Shy Scared.
You're so good remembering
Oh,
those, but
my
no.
dear
Didn't like any
Lord.
of them.
I'm there with you, Bridget.
Sorry.
So
You didn't even remember it. How can you be done with me?
oh my, poor Mr. Rogers.
No,
Did
I
you-
like that.
We love you, Fred. We
I
love you,
watched
Fred.
the documentary and it was very good and he meant good things and he was a good soul. I found it to be a creepy, boring show.
Were you surprised to find out he was a Marine?
No, I don't know if I remember that piece of it.
I mean, it's kind of a big part.
I didn't remember
Yes.
it.
All right. Moving on. I don't want to bring everybody down. I don't want to make a big deal of this. It's just facts. So we all pretty much, at least in our circle of friends, we know that 15 years ago, or if you listen to the silly promo I made a few days ago, I was in radio 15 years ago. I worked for Clear Channel in West Palm Beach, and I worked for Clear Channel here in Tampa. Thank you to my wife for not pushing me, but at least opening the door for me to give radio a try. It seemed to work out. And then we moved here to Tampa, and I went to work for Clear Channel in Tampa. And I didn't get what I wanted right away. And being the spoiled brat that I am, I kind of took my ball and went home and quit. And then I've been doing other things the last 15 years, running my stupid little company and building things and doing stuff, helping to part, in my own little part, raise a family. But in those 15 years, I have to be honest, I really missed it. And I still sit around and think about, what if I'd have stayed? What if I'd have played the game with those people down there at lovely Clear Channel? Most of them are gone, or radio's kind of died anyway.
Well, yeah.
But what if I'd have stayed and would I really have become whatever it is I thought I was going to be? And when I left the radio world, I had lots of people then, and then along the way, hey, you want to do a podcast? Podcasts are silly. Podcasts are stupid. Nobody's going to listen. And what have we seen over the last 15 years? Joe Rogan, huge podcaster. Just about everything you could think of.
Crime junkies.
What's the one you like, Bridget? With the
Smartless.
which is who?
All the famous people.
All the famous people. Well, that's helpful. Pretty much everybody you can think of has done some form of podcast, some with limited success, some with huge success. And I always just, my infinite wisdom said it's a waste of time and nobody's going to listen. Now, chances are with this podcast that I'm doing right now, nobody's going to listen and nobody cares. But it is, for me, there's something to do and keep myself busy, because recently we may have found out that I have a bit of a drinking problem.
No.
What?
No.
Are you surprised?
Yes.
All right. Not at all. Like I said, this is not a pity party for me, and it's definitely not a reason to bring anybody down, but I do have just a wee bit of a liver problem that is related to my rather abnormal and stupid consumption of alcohol. So instead of spending my nights watching TV, sitting on the couch, and consuming rather absurd amounts of alcohol, I am making a pledge to myself to not do that and then do things like this goofy podcast. And if that works and if that becomes a thing, I'm happy to continue to do this. I'm not asking you to listen. I'm not asking you to download or listen to this thing once a week, but it's just, for me, it's kind of an explanation as to who in the hell am I to do a podcast? I'm not famous. I'm not particularly known for anything other than being that guy. And that's something that next week when we have what I call the dudes, which is Aaron Perry and Crosby on Aaron via some sort of Zoom call or something. I kind of wanted to get into a conversation about being that guy, the guy that you always see with the giant drink in his hand, and by the end of the night just babbling, running, mumbling and bumbling, and do I really need to be that? I can't be that guy anymore, and do we really need that guy? So,
Well, no, we don't need that guy, and we love you no matter what. But are you sure that you want to bring the guys on to discuss this? Because you always wanted to do your roast.
I'm still going to do the roast. Is still going to happen.
You
at
may
some
get
point.
roasted a little bit next week.
I'm not scared of the roast. I don't know why you guys think.
All right,
I'm scared of the
guys,
roast.
bring the roast.
Never a roast.
Oh, that roast
No,
should
never a
have happened.
roast.
That would have
Never
been
a
the
roast.
greatest moment of our.
I believe you're going to get roasted next week, so we'll see how that goes.
Never a roast.
What does that mean?
No, you can't have a roast. It won't happen.
Why not?
Because you do not like feedback.
Well, I'm going to ask for feedback at the end of this. I'm going to give a place where people can comment on how pathetic this is or was
Okay.
once they've consumed it.
We'll work through that together.
Oh my!
Sorry in advance, humans.
Come on. Yeah, so I got diagnosed with extensive steatosis of the liver. So if anybody out there is medical and can contribute any information, so we're doing the right things. We're doing liver supplements. I am probably 17 days into not having any Irish whiskey.
True.
At all. And I have been having, full disclosure, I've had either like a glass and a half of wine or like a beer and a half. Pretty much nightly. I have it in my mind that I probably don't want to be completely cold turkey, because then I'm sitting around wondering how the other half lives. But I'm not consuming nearly the insane
we're
amounts.
all dancing in the streets while you're sitting on the couch.
Whatever it takes, whatever you got to do. I mean, whatever. So that's kind of the plan going forward. And part of the plan is to continue to do this podcast, see if anybody, have some fun. And as the guests go on through this first season, I'd like to bring on people that we all know that have particular talents or fun hobbies or run fun businesses, and see if we can't learn more about people we know and learn more about subjects that, is just maybe, you might find out something you didn't know before and something to do that you didn't think about. So, I mean, that's kind of what we're trying to do.
I'm not sure why I'm on. I have no fun hobbies.
We'll get to you, and we'll get to you in just a bit. I did want to start
Party planning. You're a good party planner.
Only St. Patrick's Day.
I did want to get to the subject of, it's McGuire's Neighborhood, and it's kind of a Mr. Rogers theme. Back to my neighbors, Debbie and Carlos. We moved here in 2009, 2008, early 2009.
Sounds close.
It was right during the housing crash. We put our house up for sale in West Palm Beach.
Oh, you're talking about the house that you paid too much?
Oh, you pay too much
too
for
much for
a
house.
house. You pay too much for a
Way
house.
too much for a house. I hope they don't listen to the podcast.
No, they won't be listening to the podcast. If you don't
This is about
know,
another neighbor in our neighborhood.
yes, if you don't know,
Lovely
my
neighborhood.
my lovely neighbor across the street, her father came over. What are you hitting me for? I can't tell this story.
No, it's inappropriate.
What do you mean it's
listening.
inappropriate? It happened. It's a factual story. The man came over, but he didn't say, hello, I'm so-and-so, nice to meet you. He just said, you pay too much for a house. And I go, you leave here on stretcher. And that's just no way to introduce yourself. Anyway, that's not a commentary on how I handle things. Maybe it is. Anyway, Carlos and Debbie, we move in here. Our first experience really was me wandering around the street because I had fumigated myself building the bar in the back with chemical smells from the chemicals I was using to build the bar out the back. And even from that day, you guys have been amazing. Debbie, everybody who knows you regards you. They literally tell me how jealous they are that we get the pleasure of living next to you and not them. Without delving too much into detail, what makes you you? At what point in your life did you go, I just want to give and give and give and give and expect very little to nothing in return? And is that too deep? Have we gone too deep already?
I mean, maybe. But I just enjoy giving to other people. Like, I love to cook. I like to see people eat and be happy.
Do you understand the level of frustration people have? It's like, what can I bring? What can I? Because I say wine. Wine's always good. There you go. That is the answer to
I do say bring wine.
Ages. Bring wine.
Yeah.
Okay. So I should bring you all the booze that I apparently can't consume anymore.
If it's wine, yes.
Well, unfortunately, it's not wine. We have a stockpile of Irish whiskey here if anybody wants to come over and consume. I like to watch. I don't, actually, when it comes to consuming it. There are other things I do enjoy taking in, and now I can't enjoy taking in.
Don't talk about it.
It's hard. It's been, for 17 days, I have not been sitting around like, I don't have the shakes. I don't think I'm like a textbook alcoholic. And I'm certainly not going to go get coins and whatever it is where you take the podium and say, I'm Sean McGuire and I'm an alcoholic. I don't think I'm there. That's maybe could be more denial on my part. But it would be fun to go back to doing that. I'm just not going. I can't.
Right. And it's honestly, that's not a bad thing. And you don't have to. You don't have to go back to that.
No. Have you ever you are also well known as the absolute wine connoisseur. You wouldn't say that. You don't think you know more than anybody else we know about wine?
No.
No?
No.
So you've never been down the road that I'm going down where it's causing anything with your health?
With wine?
Yes, with wine.
Oh, no.
So the green light's on. I can have all the wine I want. Look at this suspense.
She wants to tell you probably not.
No,
I say
I know better
everything with
moderation.
Moderation? What's that?
Just like, you can have a little sweet, you can have a little savory, you can have a little wine. Maybe on Friday night you have a little too much wine.
Well, yeah, if it comes to that, I think.
Let me ask: are you drinking water?
Yes. Well, that's really never been a thing. I mean, I always have my little thing with ice and water, and I take it to work with me. Generally, have it around the house somewhere with water in it, and my wife is, just doing what she does best, but just shake her head in denial.
Are you drinking 8 glasses of water a day?
No.
How do you?
Supposed to.
No.
You need to start doing that immediately.
You take sips.
And start counting them.
Yes.
I pour more of your water in the dog's bowl than you drink.
I have the giant, what is that thing? The big, it's not
It's a Tervis.
It's not a Tervis.
Okay,
it's
but it's Tervis-y-like.
Who makes the big
the
fancy?
hoity-toity Tervis.
It's the big fancy cooler.
Yeti.
Yeti.
The Yeti.
I have the Yeti cup with the lid. Thank you, Matt and Kathy Berger. They gave it to me years ago.
Yes.
I still have them, and I use those. And that's got to be worth 3 glasses of water by itself. The thing's massive. I drink at least 2 of those a day. Carry the one. That's 6 glasses of water right there.
16 ounces of water glass.
How many?
16 ounces.
Yeah, because some of that goes in the dog's bowl because I don't think you drink it.
Anyway, bottom line, everyone drink more water.
Drink more water.
Hydrate. More water. So there you go. Carlos.
Yes, sir.
When you and Debbie, when did you know that Debbie was the absolute ultimate substitute mom, grandparent?
I could tell you when.
Yes.
Well, we're not grandparents.
We're not grandparents yet.
No, but
when
I'm
first,
all right, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase. Okay, so we move in here. We have our kids, and our kids are very young, and our grandparents weren't around. They lived in other cities, and you were almost like a surrogate, part time.
I'm the number one mom.
I know. you're considering them grandparents?
No, but she.
No, that is so wrong.
So, Sean, you asked me a question about that.
Apparently, I've derailed. Yes, Carlos.
I'm going to try to answer that question for you. So, when I first was going through my divorce, Deb and I were living together for what? 2.5 years, 3 years?
Yes.
Something like that. And I always said to myself, before I marry a woman that I'm going to spend the rest of my life with, my kids are going to tell me.
Other than his
my
first
kids
one.
are going to tell me if she's the right woman or not. And this is how I found out. So when I had the kids with me, right, they would not stay with anybody, not even with my grandparents, the grandparents. And one day we're at the house, at the apartment in Doral, and the kids are there, and I said, okay, I'm going to go out for a second. No, Jessica or Eric either turn their face to look at me and say, where are you going, Dad? They just said, it was quiet. I left without a sound. As soon as I closed that door behind me and I was walking wherever I was going, I said, yeah. She said, she's the one.
Oh, they like
Lucky
that.
me.
Lucky
I
her.
love you.
Lucky her, lucky me.
That's very nice.
Oh, that's sweet. I love you, Debs.
It's
So does Carlos.
yeah. It's been amazing to move in here, have you guys next door. I hope nobody moves, but you never know. It's a crazy world. It could be for somebody's job or who knows, whatever the circumstance is. But what are we? What are we in year 18 now? 17, 18 since we've been.
I tend to forget. I'm going to go between 17 and 19.
All right.
So
there you
we're
go.
here about 5 years before you
Well,
guys
wait,
moved in.
Shay was two. Shay was like 2.
Shay will be 20 this year.
Okay, so 18.
So that's what I'm thinking.
18-ish.
She was around 2.
Yeah.
All right.
One could look at paperwork, but that's requires looking through file folders, and that's not my jam.
All right. Y'all know what time it is? It's time for the speed round.
No.
Rapid fire questions.
God.
We're looking for, just 2-3 word answers. First thing comes to your mind is more fun. You sit around and think about it. We're just going to get whatever you think you should say instead of...
Wait, you're going to ask each of us, or we're just all going to blurt out something?
No, we're going to go around the table.
I need rules.
First question,
Pressure.
starting with Carlos. Winter Olympics going on right now. It's on the TV in the other room. You can hear because my acoustics here are really that bad. Carlos, the Olympics. Are you fully engaged, seen a bit, or don't care?
Seen a bit.
Deborah.
Engaged. Fully engaged.
Fully
Engaged.
fully locked in, fully aroused.
Love it.
Fully engaged. And my lovely wife.
They've seen a bit.
Oh, I was totally expecting don't care.
I know, but I have seen a bit, so I had to be honest.
I'm engaged as much as I'm engaged in the hockey, both men and women's, because I love hockey. And,
Right.
That's easy. And then some of the other things. I mean, I'm not running around chanting USA, getting crazy with it.
But you
I
liked
am-
curling because I curled, remember?
I liked the last Winter Olympics Canadian curling team.
But you liked when I curled.
They were lovely to watch.
But
and
I
the curling was
curled.
good too.
I could have been in the Olympics if I had continued. my
Well,
curling
we're going to
career.
get to that. Maybe you could have been in the Olympics. Carlos, thinking of the Olympics, if you could compete in one sport, summer or winter, what would it be?
Downhill.
Downhill skiing.
Yes,
So you're like just get after it.
sir.
All right. I'd kind of like to see that, actually. We can't now. Probably not going to happen. Deborah, same question.
The slalom.
The slalom or skiing?
More skiing.
Okay. Miss Bridget.
I mean, I might have to go with curling because I think it's the only thing I've actually done.
I can be the sweeper.
But I believe I could do anything I put my mind to.
Yeah. I always, since I got into hockey as an adult, I always thought if I grew up in Atlanta, Georgia, for goodness sakes. They don't have hockey there. At least they didn't at the time. They couldn't even find an ice rink. So I always wanted to play hockey, and I would have wanted to play hockey in the Olympics. More Olympics. Carlos. Let's go the other way. Miss Bridget. The athletes there reportedly blew through 10,000 condoms in the first few days in those dorms. If you were in your 20s and single, would you have been part of the dorm sports?
I don't think so. That seems a little too much shenanigans for my taste.
What if it was the...
It was Italian.
What if it was the Italian male super curler?
I mean, I just watched a show on Amazon with a hot Italian man, so maybe if he's
he
an
could slide his stones across. You could sweep.
I
All right,
don't know.
Deborah, same question. Would you get into the Olympic dorm sports?
I mean, I probably would have, but as an old lady now, I would think I'd be.
I'm talking about single in your 20s, man. Come on.
Oh, then yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's not an
At
insight
least
into...
one condom.
All
I
right.
don't know about 10,000.
And
but
Chuck,
yeah.
I don't think I need to...
I will tell you this: 10,001.
Just one's for Carlos. One buff and they're off. Thank you, Chuck. And obviously, if I could, I absolutely would. Deborah, not Olympic related, but if you could have a superpower, what would it be?
Superpower.
This is the speed round, ma'am.
I'm sorry. Run fast.
Run fast. Carlos,
Read your mind.
read your mind. Bridget,
Be invisible.
be invisible. I would personally like to be able to see the future, that I could make bets, win the bets, because I always lose bets, and I would be a gazillionaire. A lot like the Back to the Future with Biff.
Biff.
I was kind of fascinated by that whole plot line. All right,
Well, he had a book.
Carlos.
Couldn't see the future. He had a book.
Last of our speed round. What did you think, or what did you want to be when you were a child or a teen, a young teen? What was your what did you want to be?
Didn't learn what I wanted to be into. I was probably 16 years old, 17.
So you did really, when you were a kid, you didn't think about
I
it.
was a kid.
You were just a kid. You didn't dream about.
My only dream is I wanted to be an Air Force pilot.
You wanted to be a
Specifically a fighter
before or after Top Gun?
pilot. Before.
Before, because the rest of us, well, Top Gun, we were teenagers, and
Yeah.
I mean, Tom Cruise wasn't
was
born
born.
when he was a kid, so yeah.
Just to clarify that. She's probably correct.
oh man, that's
It's true.
Wow, that's
But the Tomcats were in action by that time.
the F-14, the
the
military
F-14.
plane, the Tomcat. So.
Yes.
All right, Debbie, what did you want to be when you were a little girl,
Believe it or not,
or even a young teen?
as shy, I always wanted to be an actress.
An actress? Yeah. Is this something you?
It did never happen to me. I was always too shy to act, but in my tiny pea brain, I wanted to be an actress.
Were you in a school play?
No, I couldn't get on stage.
We should audition at the new Tampa Community Center.
You're a cray. No,
We could try it. It'd be fun.
All right, I probably know this. I have an answer for you, Bridget, as far as what you want to be when you were a little girl.
say it at the same time.
I pretty much think I know what it is, but should we just blurt it out at the same time?
It's up to you.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Solid gold dancer.
Dancing for Miss Dionne Warwick and the show Solid Gold.
Totally wanted to be a
Yeah.
solid gold.
And then when did you actually perfect the Elaine dance?
I still have not. Thank you. I'm a very good
my
dancer.
Goodness. All right, guys, that was the speed round. So it's supposed to just...
I think we did good.
We survived.
I think so. I mean, everybody was honest. That's the thing. Answers probably could have come a little quicker. I don't know. It's the first show.
It's the first show.
It's the first show. It could be
This
terrible.
is my first time wearing headphones and a microphone.
Ever. That's so impressive. Good job.
For me, if everybody could pull their microphones closer so you could have better sound, because everybody's doing the lean-in technique right now. It's a learning experience.
It sure is.
Carlos, our last question was about what you want to be when you were a kid. I wanted to ask you this as being my favorite male neighbor inspiration. What you do now, you are what is your official title? You're like a regional director?
Regional manager.
Regional manager for a major fast food corporation.
Correct.
You oversee processes and stores and
Day-to-day operations.
Day-to-day operations. You're in charge of the financials. You're in charge of the staffs, the management structure. The question for you is, any part of when you were a kid and you immigrated to the States with your family when you were, what, young teenager?
11 years old.
11 years old. Any part of you, and you just said, you answered the question, what do you want to be when you were younger? And you just said, you know, it wasn't until you were 16 years old you wanted to be in the military and fly jets. And I think that's something that a lot of people would say. But is there any part of what you do now you can go back to when you were a kid and see like, oh, well, yeah, I can see how it, or did this just totally organically just happen?
This is how it happened, right? 11 years old. I think when I was 13 years old, one of my neighbors who grew up together in Cuba took me his Mustang, and we stopped at a Burger King in Miami, and he bought me a milkshake, vanilla milkshake, right? And then, first time I ever had a milkshake in the States. So I drank that milkshake, and for some reason, it just said,
damn, that's good milkshake. I want some more.
Exactly. And what I told myself, maybe someday I may work there.
At that store.
Yeah, at that store. Same store where, actually, that's where I started working. Same store.
But you didn't want to like take the store over and then manage other stores and move on. And
No. So I ended up staying with Burger King. So when I was 15 years old, I told my dad, hey, I went to buy a car when I turned 16, right? He told me to go get a job. So I walked to that Burger King and got a job.
that's cool, man. And your whole career, I've told you this a million times, especially when we're sitting out back and having too many beverages, which can't do anymore. But your story is for me, it's the American dream. It really is to start where you started and to stay one place and then just basically work through the system and work your way to where you are now. It's a tremendous story. And I hope I hope that those stories will continue with the generation, the Generation Y and Gen Z, and we sit around as middle-aged people and complain about the kids and they don't know how to work. They don't want to do anything. I'm going to have probably 2 or 3 episodes from now, I want to have the boys on. When I say the boys, my son Liam, Perry's son Owen, and I'd love for Owen to share his story about getting into a trade, which is electrician, and how he's kind of gone the other way versus doing 4 years of college and then trying to figure out what you want to do with your life after that. I think that's something that everybody complains about Gen Z. I think that that generation should be doing more of that, or at least be made aware of it. And I don't know. What do I know? So,
well, I do know we need trade people.
Absolutely, and the people that have been doing these plumbing, electrical jobs, welding jobs, and things like that, they're getting old and they're retiring and they're aging out, and there's not enough people coming in behind them to take those professions up, and it's somebody's got to do it. Which takes me to you, Deborah. I'm starting this podcast, to whatever limited success it may or may not have, as a distraction for me. You are a woman of many, 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 many hobbies. And so is this just your own, we could go, Carlos and Debbie met in one of those fast food restaurants.
Yes, we did.
And you were in a management capacity yourself.
Yes.
And I can say that, apparently, apparently things happened there and blossomed. But
not at the Burger King.
Well, no, it's work time.
Haines City, Florida.
Haines City. Where is Haines City in relation to the biggest place around there? That's at Miami?
No.
That's the middle of the state.
Middle of the state.
Middle of the state. So you were there. Would you come in as like some important guy?
At a convention.
Oh.
You know
what goes on at conventions.
Exactly. 10,001 condoms.
10,001 with Chuck
That's
there.
the Olympics.
Absolutely.
Not Burger King.
No, Debbie, for you, you guys get married and then you basically started doing all sorts of hobbies. So for you, is this just out of curiosity, or is this you wanting to see if you could, are you trying to push your limits to see is there anything you can't do, in other words?
She's amazing.
There's a ton of stuff that I can't do, number one. And number two, I always worked. it was until when we moved here that I didn't work for a year, and I took a cake decorating class at Michael's, which I had always wanted to do.
The craft show.
Yes.
Crap place.
Yeah.
Craft.
I always made little things here and there, but now I've just been, and I always think idle hands. My hands always have to be busy doing something.
See, you're
Baking, earrings.
You're selling yourself so short, but I mean, you worked for the realtors, doing their listings and doing the web work.
Yes, I do.
Oh, but you're talking about hobbies.
Uploading, but you have to. It's not like she just fell out of bed and could do that. You have to go figure out how to do it, and then you make for all our birthdays. You do those really amazing posters. You put the photographs on there. You do all the graphics. You're selling yourself short.
Well, I just, like I said, I like to make people happy.
It's very creative.
So if I can put your little face on the back of a Hershey Kiss,
I'm going to put your little face on the back of a Hershey bar.
But no one else has ever put our faces on a Hershey Kiss until you.
No, I've never had my face on a Hershey bar. Oh. I've never had my face covered in Hershey.
Stop.
Oh, MG, you turned that so wrong.
What?
You turned it wrong.
Well, since you're speaking up, ma'am, what are your hobbies?
I like to read books. And I watch a lot of Netflix, Amazon, Hulu, Prime, Peacock.
You're an avid TV watcher. We've established that.
I read a lot of books and I watch a lot of TV. Yes.
Okay.
Well, you're a speed reader, so you can really read a lot of books.
I read a lot of books and I watch a lot of shows.
Yeah, those of you who don't know my wife all that well, she's extremely career-driven. She loves her family and her children. That's pretty much it, right?
Yeah. No, I used to do stuff. I played soccer. I used to run. I used to curl briefly. So, see, I bring that back to the Olympics.
So
curl briefly.
Even when I'm doing...
now I really just work and I read or I watch something. And I try to walk while I'm doing it. Now I hold the iPad while I walk around the house to get my steps in. So I'm trying to multitask.
But you have no real desire to pick up a hobby or...
I'm not creative.
You're not into sports?
No, I'm very logical driven. So hobbies aren't like a thing for me. And I used to run, but then my knee and my heart were like, you can't keep doing this. So,
but some people, they like to travel. They like to see the world.
Oh, I would like to, but you don't travel.
I travel. I just don't want to travel for more than a few days.
Yes, which is why that's not a
hinders
hobby.
the traveling.
Right, could be a travel.
Right. He doesn't like to travel to downtown or Channel Side.
He used to travel a lot for work because he didn't travel, so I travel.
All I can say is,
You don't travel.
I identify with Rain Man.
Yeah, you don't.
And
travel
what happens
well.
when you take Rain Man away from Walbrook for more than a couple of days?
That could be.
He starts smacking himself and getting crazy, and you have to bring him back.
I could travel on my own, but you don't like to. I read books and I watch a lot of shows.
Well,
Need an opinion.
By the way,
know.
those are good hobbies. There's nothing wrong. I mean,
I know how to bury a body.
I mean, it could be worse. Your hobby could be, hang out with other dudes. When I'm not around.
I know how to bury a body.
She picked up that hobby.
I know how to bury a body. That's what I've learned, really. Like the painting. And
you guys and your idle threats of murdering your husbands. They do. Yeah. They really do. They literally sit around and giggle themselves silly about murdering Carlos and myself. And
we sure do.
Let me check. I'm good.
For everybody out there, if we ever go missing, check the 9th hole.
You mean
the painting?
The putting green, the
ninth.
The putting green outside.
Pretty sure the painting will.
That putting green is in such disrepair. They could literally just put the carpet over my dead body, and people would be like, "Oh, it looks the same."
The same.
It looks the same.
Sean, what are your hobbies?
Yeah, really. Annoying me?
No, man. I mean,
leaving the dishes in the sink.
I definitely fell into the traditional sports trap, which is, when we're young guys, your sport is looking for girls, either looking for women for the night or for a girlfriend or whatever it is, and that's your sport. And then you meet a really nice young lady like I did, and then you get married. And the second you get married, poof, your main hobby is gone. And you have to replace it. So then you got sports. You got ball games. You got football season, baseball season, hockey season,
Basketball season.
yeah, well, basketball,
basketball?
man, March Madness. But no, honestly, as your typical, ham and egg eating male, you replace looking for chicks with sports, and you consume yourself with it. Unless you're one of those guys who never stops looking for chicks, even though you're married, and then you,
Oopsie.
then you have other situations. But I've found a
You're
chick.
on your fourth.
Found a
wife
chick,
then.
and I'm pretty happy. Where at? Would you agree with that, sir? That once you get married, well, you have been married before.
Twice.
Well,
That I could count on.
well, yeah. Whatever's uttered here doesn't help you when you go home and you get ball batted
It happens all the
with
time.
a Louisville Slugger.
It happens all the time.
Yeah,
That's what happens when you get married.
Yeah, I can't help you in that department. I think that covers everything I had in our show sheet for this evening. What I would like to ask of you guys is there, you've kind of, this is your first participating in a podcast.
Yes.
I recorded a couple with my friend Aaron, who you'll hear next episode. He and his wife did a couple seasons worth of podcast. If you wanted to go out and find those, I did a couple with him, and then of course I have my goofy radio career to lean on a little bit. What I was going to ask you, is there anybody you would want to hear on this cast that I'm not thinking of? Do you have any suggestions?
How about some how-to?
How about some how-to?
Yeah, some how-to.
So I have my Goofy McGuire Creative Company, and we do, we do home renovations and office renovations. So I would
kitchen renovation.
kitchens, bathrooms, all those sort of things, any kind of home repair. I was pondering having my buddy Jim Pickard on here, and even our general contractor friend Steve, and maybe we could do a show about, just answer some basic questions. What I would probably do is ask people to send in questions ahead of time and answer some basic questions about how to find a contractor and, what to look for and what should certain processes cost and what's crazy, stuff
And
like that.
time frames, things of that nature.
I mean, that's the thing. I mean, everybody I talk to hires contractors, and my whole thing is have a start date and have an end date and have it in writing. Because what happens with a lot of these guys is they come in and they start a job, and the one crew comes in and makes a mess, and then they leave. And then they don't come back for a couple of weeks and nothing happens. And then, we're waiting on the drywall crew to come in. And then they come and do their thing for a day or two, and then they leave. And then nothing happens for 2 more weeks. And it's like, now we're waiting on the painters. Like building a pool, same thing.
right.
They dig a hole.
It's supposed to be a
gone for
3-week
month.
job. Now it's 6 months.
Shoot the concrete, gone for a month. And it drives people crazy. So that's one of the things that you want to, we probably hit up a little bit about getting a time frame and stuff like that. Ma'am, who's against this entire process, my wife, it wasn't dragged into this podcast and kicking and screaming, but I'm telling you, she was definitely not a cheerleader. So
There may have been 1 or 2 kicks.
Okay, so no, I believe in you. I believe in your opinions and your voice and what you want to do. I don't believe in me talking to the public and what I can add.
I mean, truth be known, you're a tremendous public speaker. You have done, in a work capacity at least, you have spoken in front of, hundreds of people, if not thousands?
Multiple thousands, yes. But
What's the difference?
It's not my jam. I don't want to just talk to talk. I want to deliver information and a message and things that make their life and job easier. Podcast to me is, no offense, just a little bit of fluff. And I'm not a fluff person. I'm on if we're going to talk.
You married a fluffy guy.
We're going to talk to get shit done. Like my world is get stuff done. And this isn't a getting stuff done. This is just fill the world with things to listen to. I love you and I believe you can do it, but it's not my jam.
Well, thank you for that glowing endorsement. I think we're all going to come away from this feeling something.
But I do believe you can get people to
Filled with
share
happiness
things.
and joy.
No, I do believe you'll get people to share things that will be helpful to people, and some nuggets of information will be important. It's not coming from me, but it's going to come from your guests. And
But I think what Bridget will do is if she has a nugget of information, she'll write it on a piece of paper
Yes.
and she'll pass it to you and you'll read it during your next podcast.
there you go.
How about you do that?
Yes, it doesn't need to be my voice. People don't want to hear my voice because, according to you, I say all weird words weird.
How do you say donuts?
Donuts
Donuts.
There we go.
Yeah.
See?
And
Confirmation.
goose.
Confirmation. I'm just
Goose.
confirming.
and poo.
Goose pooed.
All my O's are weird. It's a true statement.
Caramel.
Well, I just don't know where you. And then other times you just all of a sudden, and you also become British.
Yes, I do have a weird dialect that I just.
Yeah, you'd just be talking normally. You'd be like, "Would you like bread for dinner?" Like, I'm sorry, did we just go to the UK?
You know, I wish I could do that on demand, but it's really, I watch a lot of British television. So maybe that's why, or maybe it's like my ghost in my head. Like,
Ghost.
again, there are certain vowels I apparently say weird. Born in Michigan, but lived a
I
lot
know
of
people from
places.
Michigan. They don't talk like that. I don't know where this comes
I
from.
used to drag my A's out, and I tried to fix it when I lived in Michigan. So I don't know now. It's just a weird thing now.
All
I can't
right.
help you.
Well, we are coming to the tail end of episode 1 of McGuire's Neighborhood. If you would like to leave feedback, it's going to be, it'll be.
Please leave feedback.
Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. You know what? Go ahead and just let it fly
Be
because,
positive.
No, give the real truth. We need to fix it
yes.
or not continue. Oh, oops.
Or just issue a cease and desist order.
Oops.
If you have comments and concerns or questions, or if you'd like to be a guest or just offer anything, you can send it to McGuireCreative@gmail.com, and I will respond. And, I'm trying to figure out a way you can leave like a voice comment where the podcast is posted. That would be a lot of fun if you could leave an actual verbal comment, because then we'd have listener mail and I could play it on the show and we could find out how awful this really is.
I'm more about being a guest. If you want to be a guest,
Yeah, who wants to be a guest?
Yeah, who wants to
wants to
subject
talk to
yourself
Sean?
to this?
talk to Sean. Call 1-800.
McGuire.
All right. Well, Carlos and Debbie Motez, my wife Bridget, and myself, Sean McGuire. You guys, for first timers, it was all right. All right. Next episode 2, I call it The Dudes, Crosby, Perry, and hopefully Aaron via the internets. We got to get a connection with him and get him on here. This has been McGuire's Neighborhood. Thank you. See you next time.
Peace.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, there it was.
Oh, man, it was his first episode.
Yeah, I know. I mean, at one point, we had a barking dog. Wife clearly didn't want to be there. The neighbors seemed nice enough, but this is a dumpster fire.
Yeah, I know. I would call the fire department. Whatever. You can be negative all you want. But at least he's got his first episode in the back.
Oh, it's in the bank, all right. Bank of bankruptcy. But that wife, though, I mean, for me, that was the best part.
Yeah, you keep talking about her. You make it some kind of a ridiculous play.
No, man, but, I mean, you think I should?